Oh, hello there. It's just me, Advice Price, hanging out with Cletus today. And boy, do Cletus and I have some advice for you. Or really, maybe not advice, but just a little mutual dialogue, you could say. Because today, Cletus and I want to talk about goals with you. Because this is Price Can Read, and a function of reading is writing or creating or any other kind of artistic venture requires the same thing. And in order to accomplish those things, we need to have goals. So today I just actually wondered a little bit about your goals, all my viewers out there, and I was wondering if you may share them with me. And of course, Cletus. I suppose I'd like to start out by just saying that I am going to be trying to make some more of these sort of dialogue videos, you could say, more personal videos. And I'm going to try to do a video like this just once a year. So I guess now we're going to be doing it in October, also known as Poctober from now on. And we're just going to talk about goals, and we'll follow up next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. So I suppose I'd like to start off by saying my goal for this year, kind of like a fiscal year actually, when you think about it, because it's not like January to December. It's kind of a random, seemingly random set of months. Yeah, it's like the Price fiscal year, you could say. Poctober to Poctober. But my goal this year has actually changed a little bit. At first, it was to get a decent manuscript for one of the books I'm writing, called Monster Hunter Joe, if you can believe it or not. I have the entire thing outlined and pretty much ready to go, and I have the first few chapters done, and it was my goal to actually at that time, because I started it in June, to just get it done by the next June. But my goal shifted when I started this YouTube channel, because I think I just want to grow them simultaneously and to develop an audience that way as well. And I think my updated goal for right now is to grow my channel enough to, I'd just say like 1,000 subscribers, just pretty fair amount. I suppose to just get my channel monetized. Not that I'm specifically looking for money, but I think that's just the point at which a channel really starts to snowball and develop enough, I believe. I need a few thousand hours of viewage as well, but once I think I get to that point, I think it will really start to organically snowball at that point. And I can, amass an audience, and more people can be comforted or terrified, I suppose, of Cletus here. And I think I'm making pretty fair progress. I'm back from my temporary hiatus, about to be another temporary hiatus. I'm just going to be busy for these next few months, but after that I'm going to go into, full gear to make some more YouTube videos, and I think I've made great progress already. All of us have made great progress already. I mean, I can't do without you folks watching at home in the realms of Dog City. So, I'd like to re-examine where I am in my YouTube career next Poctober, excuse me. God, I'm really doing Tupac a disservice this year, aren't I? Check out my Poctober video, by the way, to get more of the lore But I think it'd just be fun to sort of expand this, this universe, I suppose, if you even want to call it a universe. Call it whatever you want. But just, I want to have my books and my videos and my artwork. I just kind of want to have them all combined into one sort of thing so I can share them with people. And, I've been doing it locally for a while, but I just want to, broaden my horizons, I suppose. How I've achieved like this goal or goals in the past, other things I do is really just kind of simple. Just, take it a day at a time. That's all you really can do. Just, if you're writing a book, just write a page a day, write a chapter a week. If you're painting, just work on a new layer or a new outline. If you're working on a song, just a few measures, even a day. As long as you're making some sort of progress, I think you're going to do great. Because say you have this like huge monumental goal of like, let's just say climbing a mountain. Well, you can't just, climb the mountain right off the bat. You got to practice with a small hill, then a medium hill, then a small mountain, a medium mountain, and then the big mountain finally. You got to work your way up, just a little bit at a time. And yeah, the initial hike, the initial whatever your goal may be, will always seem pretty astounding. But you just have to start small and you'll get there eventually. I mean, it's worked for me, it's worked for plenty of people before, and I think it will continue working afterward. Excuse me as I cut here while I search for a quote. Right back. So, Cletus here is telling me that the philosopher Plato once said, "Never discourage anyone making progress." No, wait. Cletus, never discourage anyone continually making progress, no matter how small. And I think that's how you should really live your life. I mean, like with me, say, my old goal of writing a book, well, another book, I suppose. Even if you just do a page a day, that's totally fine. I mean, say your book is 300 pages, you write a page a day, even with, quote unquote days off or vacations and whatnot. After a year, you'll have that book written. And it may not seem like a long time, but I mean, time flies. I'm sure I'll just blink and I'll be making this update video for October of 2024, and we'll be checking in together. So all I can really say is just, keep at it, whatever you're doing out there. Because one day you will succeed. So my current goal, like I said, is to grow my YouTube channel, and I know that while progress may be small, one day I will, because every few days I'm going to try to, have a video at least once a week once I get past this busy period. And at that point, even if I gain, a few more subscribers or a few more views every video, that's still progress. And at one point, it will start to really, really grow. And for all the people out there who are working like full-time jobs or have, aging parents or want to keep track of friendships and relationships, I mean, that stuff's important too. And, never neglect that stuff for any of your goals as well, because that is, equally, if not more so important. And, just realize that you can make time for all of it. I mean, it may not seem like it, but like I said, even if you just do a page a day, I mean, that's doable, even after days where I have, shifts that are, 13 hours, or if I am seeing my friends or visiting my family, then there's always just a little bit of time in between. I mean, I just got off of a big shift right now. You might see that the sun's going down. I'm a little bit tired, but I wanted to make a video. I wanted to get the ball rolling. So here we are. I mean, not to quote Charles Bukowski and reference one of my videos, I suppose, but he made a point in one of his poems. I will dig it out here in a second when I cut again. But if you spend your entire life waiting for the moment, then once like the moment comes, you won't know what to do with it, and you won't spend any time with it. You'll just keep making excuses. Let me just get it actually. All right, here we go. I appear to have located it. The poem is called Air and Light and Time and Space, and I will attempt to read it in the tone of Bukowski, though my tone is pretty similar. But I got Cletus here to help us out. You know, I've either had a family, a job, something has always been in the way, but now I've sold my house. I found this place, a large studio. You should see the space and the light. For the first time in my life, I'm going to have a place and the time to create. No, baby. If you're going to create, you're going to create whether you work 16 hours a day in a coal mine, or you're going to create in a small room with 3 children while you're on welfare. You're going to create with part of your mind and your body blown away. You're going to create blind, crippled, demented. You're going to create with a cat crawling up your back while the whole city trembles in earthquake, bombardment, flood, and fire. Baby, air and light and time and space have nothing to do with it. And don't create anything except maybe a longer life to find new excuses for. But that's basically it, What I think he's saying is, if you're going to do something, just do it, Even a little bit at a time, I think would be totally fine. I mean, I know that some people are like, you'll see people on YouTube here who will say, oh, I wake up at noon the previous day to get ready for today after working out for 9 hours and drinking 17 protein shakes. People like that, those like fake influencers. You don't do that, but just as long as you're making some kind of progress, you'll be okay. But I just like to, hear about your goals at this point. So, leave a comment, send me a strongly worded email, do whatever you want. I want to hear about your goals as well, and maybe we can all have a cute little discussion. Why not? Maybe Cletus will share with us his goals. Maybe it's to get the little dust off of his nose. There's a little dust. But it could be anything, whether you want to, exercise more, learn a new cuisine to cook, get a new job, reach out to an old friend and rekindle a relationship, fix my refrigerator. It could be a whole, yeah, probably. One of those things. And, I would even encourage just picking up a new hobby and, even if you suck at it, to still keep going with it. Maybe just even encourage that sucking at your hobby, because that's the way that you get better. And even if you don't want to get better or care about getting better, then who cares? Because it's just this, fun little hobby, just trying something new, giving spice to your life. You don't have to be the best at everything. I'm obviously not the best at doing this or, anything else that I do, but who cares, Just have fun with it, try something new. I mean, that's how you actually learn and develop as a person, So I would just encourage that. And I mean, not only what are your goals, but what are you doing to keep track of your goals? Do you have maybe a significant other that, is maybe challenging you to do something? Do you have that workout buddy who you go to the gym with? Maybe a coworker who's equally as disgruntled, or as my coworker would say, disenhinged, who is encouraging you to get a new job and to rise up in the ranks, which I also am doing. A lot of goals at the moment. Just anything you can think of. I mean, you don't want to just spend your life doing nothing, do you? And yes, there is value to just, sitting here, being peaceful and doing nothing. Just relaxing and giving your mind a break. But, too much of any good thing can be bad. Too much peace and prosperity can sometimes be bad. You want to have some kind of struggle in your mind, to get the old juices flowing, you could say, or to just keep moving and developing. Like the other old saying, maybe Plato said this too, who knows? Maybe just Cletus said it. But you can never judge a good captain by how they sail through, clear waters. You want a little storm every once in a while, every story needs a villain. Every hero needs a rival. Every adventurer needs something to conquer, a mountain to climb, a valley to cross, any of that stuff. By the way, for any of you out there who stumbled upon this video and weren't initially looking for ASMR, or didn't know what ASMR was and are wondering why this psychopath is just rubbing on this banana duck, this is an ASMR channel, kinda, I suppose. And I'm trying to relax you, and some people think that banana duck rubbing can be relaxing. Who knows? I like it. But anyway, that's all really for now. Just a quick video because, hey, look, even a real world example. I don't have a lot of time to make a super big video right now. Because I really am going to be busy the rest of the week. But even so, I still have time to make a little video, which I do enjoy doing. I think I'll wrap it up here. I got a few more fun videos planned for the coming weeks. I have another, I think, yearly video I'm going to be doing that I'll be posting at the end of the year. A bit of like a life advice, or like yearly, growing advice, because once again, why not? Gotta do something right. That is, gotta do something, right. Not gotta do something, no comma, right. Because who knows if it's right or not. Which will tie into one of the next videos I do, which will be fun. But anyway, I have been Price Advice, your lucky narrator, dungeon master, guide, whatever you want to call me, who knows. And you've been listening to And Price Can Read. So I'm just going to get my finger flutters up here and flutter you off away into sleep, ideally. Or maybe my goals bored you already. That's fine. But as you know, Dog City never sleeps, and I hope that you may sleep now.